Okay, there we go. All right, well, welcome to our cookie program, Just in Time Cookie Bites. And we want to talk to you a little bit about the initial order and smart cookies tonight. I am Vicki Hannes. I am the product program manager in the Columbus office, and I serve the northeast and north central areas of the state. Online with us is Melissa Long. She is in the Lincoln office and handles the southeast part of the state. Kyla Endorf is in the Grand Island office and she handles the central and western part of the state. And then Tracy Charrington is with us and she handles the east central part of the state. Just as a reminder, Embrace Possibility is our theme this year, and the panda is our mascot. Okay. So just a few reminders. I pulled a little information from our training just to help remind you of what the cookie program is, and we do still have our 8 flavors plus the gluten-free cookies. So the 5 core classics: the caramel delights, peanut butter sandwich, the thin mints, peanut butter patties, and the trefoils. And then we have the adventurefuls, the lemonades, the toast J, and again those caramel chocolate chip. And our baker is ABC, and if you wonder what ABC stands for, it is America's Best Cookies. Okay. And as we had mentioned, this is the last year for the Toast J's, so say goodbye to the Toast J's. We're excited for a new cookie in 2026, and unfortunately we do not know what that new cookie is, so you will have to wait until later this year to find that out. Just as a reminder, we did increase the price of cookies this year to $6 per package. Gluten-free is also $6, so the standard varieties and the gluten-free. The profit we also increased, so you'll get 80 cents per package if you take the recognitions, or rewards I should say, and 90 cents if you choose to opt out. And just as a reminder, if you participated in the fall product program and reached $2,000 in sales and participate in the cookie program, you can get a 2-cent per package bonus for completing those requirements. One of the new rewards that we have this year is the new initial order reward. And so how that works is when you place your initial order, if you have 185 plus package per girl average, and per girl average, you will receive then a panda nail art set per each girl in your troop, and then 2 volunteer patches. And then at the end of the program, we do have the bonus Amazon reward, which is a final per girl average of 400 plus packages. You have to have at least 3 girls in the troop selling, and if you qualify, you'll get that $100 Amazon voucher that you can use for our storefront that will have a bunch of different things available for you to purchase with that voucher. And then just for any Girl Scouts, any Girl Scouts that are selling, we do have the bonus panda reward. Girls who sell 310 or more packages will receive an entry into the statewide drawing. Girl Scouts who sell 15 packages of the digital cookies, shipped only cookies online, will receive a second entry, and the drawing will be held at the end of the program, and the prize is rewarded at that point. Just a quick reminder as well, troop volunteers can purchase the adult and troop reward items from ABC. There's the travel box bag, the soothing eye mask, the roll-a banner, the garden flag, the anything zip pouch, the panda cookie tote, and the Embrace Possibility pullover hoodie. So if you want to purchase any of those items, those orders must be placed by the end of the day on Monday, January 13th. So just 6 days from now. The link for the ordering form is on our website under the Cookie Resources program. If you go to the forms drop-down menu and it says adult and troop reward items, you want the link. There's a PDF that shows the pictures of them, and then there's a link. You want to click on the one that says link, and that takes you into the ordering program. And then also make sure that you check out the Girl Scout shop for any additional cookie items that are available for purchase. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. So All right, so let's talk about the initial order. If you haven't had a parent meeting, or if you have had, you should decide if you want to have cookies on hand when we start the door-to-door and online delivery sales on February 7th. If you do want to do that, then you will need to have your initial order in Smart Cookies by Friday, January 10th. And Melissa will talk a little more about Smart Cookies later in the presentation here. You're not required to place an initial orders. You can fill orders with planned orders after the program starts, but tonight we're just going to talk about the initial orders. Just as a reminder, Girl Scouts do not take orders before the initial troop order is placed. In-person and online girl delivery sales start on February 7th, so Girl Scouts are on their honor not to ask customers for in-person or girl delivered orders prior to that date. And then just as a reminder, the online direct shipping only ordering starts on January 24th. And again, you should never require your Girl Scouts or parents or adults to order or take cookie quantities that you don't mutually agree upon. So working with your parents and adults, you can determine individual order estimates for each participant before calculating your troop's initial order. So when you place your order, you're going to place it as a troop, not for each girl. There is an initial cookie order estimate worksheet, again, in the cookie resources section on our website at girlscoutsnebraska.org. It should be it's either in the forms drop-down menu or the resources drop-down menu. And this is something that you can use to help you determine the number of cookies that your parents and girls want to start out with. If you're a returning troop, you also have information in Smart Cookies that you can go into and look at archived reports. And Melissa, when you go to Smart Cookies, maybe show more where the archived reports are at. And then once you have all the Girl Scouts estimates, you can use that. You can use the troop initial cookie order worksheet that we created as a guide to help you determine or calculate the initial order for your troop. And again, that form can be found on our website in the cookie resources page in the forms drop down. So when you're calculating your order, you're going to keep in mind that restock orders from the bakery can take up to 10 business days to arrive at cupboards. So if you want to get additional cookies after, that initial order, it may take up to 10 days to get them to the cupboards. Truck transportation and delivery schedules might be affected by more than just weather. Thankfully, we're not in our sale yet because the weather is pretty horrible this week. So, there might be delays in other parts of the country because of that. We have seen additional delays occurring due to trucking or staffing shortages and supply chains uncertainties. But so far we haven't had any problems with that. And then when you're considering your initial order, maybe consider placing a large enough order so that you don't have to place a restock order in the first couple weeks of the cookie program. You might want to include some of those cookies on the initial order for your first or second cookie boost as well. Initial orders are placed in full cases in Smart Cookies. So this is the only time that you're going to order in full cases. And a full case of cookies is 12 packages. And then when Melissa shows you Smart Cookies, she'll show you where to go to place that order and enter it in the grid. And again, you're only placing a troop order. You're not placing individual participant orders. We do recommend that you order approximately 80% or more of your 2024 total sales. If you're a returning troop, you can use the troop order summary in Smart Cookies archive reports to determine that number. So if you're a returning troop, there's a couple different ways that you could calculate. You can either look at the sales from last year and take 80% of that and divide it by 12 because there's 12 packages in a case. Or you can use your per girl average formula. So you would take the number of packages that you sold last year, divide it by the number of Girl Scouts that were in your troop last year, and that gives you your per girl average. And then you take that times the number of girls that's in your troop this year times the 80% that we're recommending and divide by 12. once you get that total figured out, then you're going to figure out each variety, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, if you're a new troop and you haven't sold cookies yet, you can use our formula using the council's per girl average. So last year on average, girls sold about 288 packages of cookies per girl. And so you would take that 288 times the number of Girl Scouts in your troop times 80% and divide by 12. And again, these are just general calculations. These are just a way to get your conversation started, to get your thought process started. You'll use these calculations in conjunction with what your Girl Scouts are telling you that they want to determine your initial order quantity. And then if you have any questions about what your troop should order for an initial inventory, don't hesitate to reach out to your product sale coordinator or PSC or your local product program manager. Once you've calculated the total number of cases that you want to order, you need to figure out the total amount for each cookie or each variety to order. So there's a chart on the screen here that shows you that, and that chart is also available in the cookie resources section on our website as well. So how it works is you take the total case count and multiply that number by the percentage of each variety and round up to determine the number of full cases of each variety to order. And remember, there are 12 packages in a case. Now, the caramel chocolate chip gluten-free cookies are available on the initial order only. So if your troop placed a pre-order for these cookies in October, you must enter that number in Smart Cookies as part of your initial order. And even if you choose not to order any of the regular varieties, you still have to enter an initial order for those gluten-free cookies. Otherwise, they won't get ordered for you. Now, we will have a small inventory of caramel chocolate chip gluten-free available for troops who were unable to place a pre-order. So if you were unable to do that, you can include those caramel chocolate chip gluten-free cookies on your initial order, and those orders will be filled as product is available. And just as a note, the caramel chocolate chip gluten-free cookies are also available online through the digital cookie shipped only orders. So if you aren't able to get them in your initial order, they are available for shipped orders. Okay, so that's kind of a little overview about the initial orders. Kyla, are there questions in the chat?
The only question was returning troops, can they see previous totals even if their previous leaders were gone? And yes,
Yes.
When you log in, when you log in to Smart Cookies, you should just be able to go under archive reports and pull those reports from there.
Okay.
And that's the only one.
Okay. So that's my quick little overview about the initial order. I'm going to let Melissa take over and talk a little bit about Smart Cookies. Melissa, I do have this slide if you want to use it. Or do you want to just go? Okay.
No.
Then I'm going to stop sharing.
There's too much on there that
Okay.
shouldn't be covered this week. So
okay, so let me stop sharing and I will let you take over.
all right, thank you. Hello everybody and welcome to our first just-in-time cookie bites for tonight, and I'm going to cover Smart Cookies, and I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen? All right, can you see my screen, Vicki?
Yes.
Smart Cookie screen, not my email?
Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
perfect.
See the Smart Cookie screen.
Okay, everybody. So I'm going to first go over how to put your initial order in. You're going to go to orders and then hold on just a second. My nose is running again. Troop initial order, and you're going to click on that. Then you're going to come down, and remember these are going to be in full cases. that you're going to order. So Adventurefuls, and then Toasty A's, lemonades, trefoils, thin mints, peanut butter patties, caramel delights, peanut butter sandwiches, and your caramel chocolate chip gluten-free order. And if you don't remember what you ordered on your caramel chocolate chip one, you can contact any of your product program managers and they will be able to assist you to get that. So I'll just do a quick one. So a total of 9 cases. And in the order notes, I put initial order. And then because I have multiple girls and multiple troops that I do, I put what girls it's for that did initial order. So this would be Isis Miller. And then I save it. And then when you come over here, you guys won't have this many choices. I have it because I cover the whole Southeast area. And so mine would be the homestead delivery that I'm going with for this one. You guys will be just one location, or service unit 215 will have 2 locations. They'll have Jessica Kopeka because 214 combined with 215. And then Amy out at the event center. I believe Omaha will have the IGO locations. And once you select it, just because you're selecting this for Southeast Nebraska and Vicky's area and Grand Islands area does not mean that this is your actual time and location. Why is it not letting me go? There we go. And then it will say that you are picking up at the Homestead cupboard, and everybody but the Omaha and Gretna area, your delivery station will contact you once we get the schedule of when the drop is going to be at your delivery station. Omaha, when you select your delivery station, it will have you select a time to pick up. Is that correct, Tracy? Tracy?
Hi guys. Yeah, sorry about that, Melissa. My phone
Can't
fritzed
see
out on me.
chat.
Yes,
Is she answering
the
in
entire
chat?
East Central area, anybody in the Omaha area, Gretna, Fremont, Blair, all of the East Central Nebraska troops will pick up at IGO. They are all scheduled in Smart Cookies by date and time. So what you will choose in Smart Cookies is your actual pickup time. So when you place your initial order, it'll ask you for a day, then it'll pop up an hour, and then it'll pop up minutes. So you will take it down to we distribute every 10 minutes on 2 docks, and it's February 3rd, 4th, and half a day on the 5th is when Omaha will be distributing. So just so you have that for my area.
Thank you, Tracy. Okay. We did get the upload done today. So if you scroll down on your dashboard, it will show you all your girls. I only have one girl in this troop right now, Isis. So you can verify that that is correct. And then we'll go to archive reports, which is under reports, archived. And then you select last year's. And then the one that I find that works the best is the girl cookie order detail summary. And I'm gonna leave it cases and packages because I'm looking at initial order information. You can switch it to packages if you want packages, if you work in packages better. And then view report. And so here it says that Isis Miller last year had 2 cases and 1 Adventureful, 1 full case of Tostiers, 2 full cases of lemonades, 2 and 1 trefoils, 3 and 4 Thin Mints, 3 peanut butter patties, 4 and 9 caramel delights, and 2 and 1 peanut butter sandwiches. And that's for the whole season of what she sold. So that would be her total for the whole season is 20 cases and 5 packages. So you could take and figure out the order of what she wants for this year off of that. And then it will have each girl separately. Like my next girl is Josie, and hers are all separated out here. This line right here, the top line, is the total for the whole troop for the season. The bottom line is the total for the girl for last season. Just the specific girl. And then I did pull up Girl Scouts website. So you go to Cookies and More, and then you do Cookie Program Resources. And then you scroll down just to show you where the forms are real quick. It's under Forms, and then it is Initial Cookie Order Worksheet by Girl is this one. And this is what you can have your parents and you work on together to figure out what the initial order is going to be. And then this is the one for the whole troop. And that is under Forms 2.
Melissa, while you're there, will you also show them that adult troop reward link?
Yep, I can. If I can figure out how to move there we go. And then here's the troop one, initial cookie order calculation worksheet for troop. And then the adult rewards is Y.
That is correct.
Okay, I was looking for the PDF though, so they can see what it looks like. So this is what they look like, the adults rewards. And then if you click on the link, it will bring you to this and you will be able to register. There we go. And select what you want. Okay. Anything else, Vicky, you think we need to cover?
Oh, maybe go back to the archive report.
Okay.
And show them the troops. I think it's the troop sales summary. Isn't that what we told them to look for? Maybe it's true. Yeah, total sales summary. Towards the top of the.
Oh, yep.
There you go.
And Vicky, do you do cases and packages at this point, or do you do packages all the time?
I usually do packages, but that's my own preference.
Okay.
So, whatever cases and packages is fine too. Just remember, if you do it in packages, if you want to convert it to cases, you'll have to divide by 12.
Yep. So
that one's a little more intense, but if you go down to
Yep.
the very bottom, the last page, it gives you the totals for the troop.
Grand totals. Yep. 7 online, 147, 129. Yep. That's total. A little more intense.
Hmm.
Okay. Kyla, Tracy, anything else we should cover?
Nope, I think you covered it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one
If
question
anybody
that,
has,
go ahead, Trace.
I was just gonna say, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. You can put them in the chat, or you can raise your hand and we
Oh.
can unmute you and you can just ask them at the time.
Correct.
There is one question in the chat. How does a troop set up an account? You should have
Oh,
received,
I forgot that. I
yeah,
can cover that, Vicky.
Okay.
Sorry. You should have received an email from Smart Cookies by now. If you have not, contact your product program manager and they can resend out the link to you. You cannot go and do forgot password. Every year you have to set up a new account. So we will have to send you out the link to create your password for Smart Cookies. That was the first thing on my list covered, and I missed it. Okay. Any other questions?
will we be able to send a PDF so all of us leaders can review these slideshows? We can't send the PowerPoint itself. We can try to send the PDF. There is a recorded version of the training on our website. If you go to the resources page, it says watch training. It's pretty much everything that I covered tonight, what was covered in the main training. So you can review that as well. The link for Smart Cookies is, there is a link for each person that was indicated to us that needed to be added to Smart Cookies. So if you have more that need to be added, you need to contact your product program manager and work with them to get those additional users added. What else do we got here? Melissa Gwen Deutsch, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, Troop 20553. She's leading a new troop. Can you tell me the link and service number? When are you wanting the number to the service
office?
center, the office? And you can unmute yourself if you want.
A lot of times I'll see like a 3-digit number after my troop number, like a
Okay.
unit.
Oh,
What is
Service
that
unit
number?
number. Okay.
That's the service unit. I'll look it up for you right now.
Thank you.
There is a list of the product program managers at the top of the chat, and also on our website on the cookie resources pages. Our information is listed in a separate drop down menu.
You are 218, Gwen.
Caitlin, in the answer to your question on the cupboard, we'll talk about that. We're going to do a cupboard manager training next week with the cupboard manager, so we'll talk about those dates and things like that on our training next week. So I'll get you caught up on that. Okay, that's all I'm seeing in the chat, unless you see something else, Kyla.
Nope, that's all I see.
Great questions, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. And again, feel free to type question in the chat or unmute yourself and ask your question. We're here to help you out.
Yep, and we still have Smart Cookies brought up if you have questions about that or whatever you need help with.
Gwen wants to know, how do we find out who our PSC is?
It's on your envelope when you pick up your paperwork, Gwen, which I have you down as picking up after tomorrow or after 10:30 tomorrow. And 218 is actually Nicole Pichelle. So her name, email, and phone number will be on your envelope when you pick it up.
All right, any additional questions?
Jade, my, if you scroll all the way up to the top of the chat, you'll find my email address at the top.
I so cannot find that. I am so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll put it here.
Okay, because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Oh,
Sometimes it's hard to find that stuff when you're on the phone.
right.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does everybody know their gluten-free orders?
Alex wants to know when they will get the papers like order forms and receipts. You'll get that stuff from your PSC. Some areas will wait until you pick up your cookies, your initial order. So you'll just have to reach out to your PSC to find out that information.
I can do kind of a blanket answer for Omaha and the East Central area. You get your actual order forms when you pick up your initial order at the IGO warehouse.
And hold on a minute. Kristen, you have 11 cases. And 2. And Shelley, you have 5 cases.
Okay, are there any other questions? If not, we'll give you back some of your evening. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And again, just feel free to reach out to your product program manager or your product sale coordinator if you have any additional questions.
Thank you everybody for attending tonight. We
Yes,
hope you
thanks,
found this
everybody.
helpful. And do stay tuned for the upcoming weekly just-in-time cookie bites on the other topics in reference to the cookie program. So like Vicki said, next week we're going to cover booths and our cupboards and planned orders, and we'll just go throughout the program and hand you little bits of information as you need them.
Thank you for that reminder, Tracy. All right, so I am going to go ahead and stop the recording.